What's going on, YouTube? Happy Monday. I got a topic to talk about real quick that I think a lot of us have in us naturally. But if we can conquer this one sentence, I think the sky's the limit to anything that we do in life. You know, a lot of times when people want to do something that's a little bit out of their comfort zone, there's one sentence that comes to their mind all the time that if you don't fight it, a lot of times you'll stay exactly where you are. You won't move to that next level. And that sentence is, but what if I fail? You know, that sentence right there has stopped many millions of people from becoming the next Microsoft, from becoming the next Facebook, from opening that business is going to change your life. A lot of people let that sentence right there stop them from doing things that they want to do. But I'm here to tell you today that it's normal to have that sentence come up, and I'm going to tell you how to conquer it. You know, a lot of times I tell myself, if I have that thought that I can't do something, it's time for me to make that leap. Because when I make that leap, that tells me one thing right away is about to happen. I'm about to grow as an individual. Because think about it. If you're at a spot right now and you need to get over here, the only way you're going to get over here is to tackle that fear. But 9 times out of 10, I would say even 9.5 times out of 10, this is what usually happens. That fear that you had, once you conquer it and you look back, the first thing you say to yourself, that wasn't that bad. Because think about it. If you live your life by this statement of saying, hey, but what if I fail? You know, you actually won't accomplish much. Because you're going to fail. You can't be afraid to fail. Because failing is not a bad thing. I've talked about this before. Guys, you heard from your bosses, you know, they don't like you to fail because they say, hey, when you fail, we lose money. You know, and everyone comes up with these ideas and things like, oh my gosh, let's try to do things to not fail. No, move ahead. Go full speed ahead. Fail. Fail, but keep moving. Because then that's the only way to turn that so-called failure into a learning experience. When you move on and keep going. I mean, guys, this is why sometimes I talk to a person just this weekend, and I say, hey, you know, we're getting ready to sign a lease on something. He say, oh my gosh, you shouldn't have picked that mall. That mall is terrible. That mall has went down. And then I said, well, one thing that's funny is that the mall I was in the previous year, there were barely no stores in the mall. I mean, the mall was terrible. It had probably a third of what this mall is going to have. And we did marvelous. But if I would have let those thoughts get into my head, I would have freaked out and said, oh my gosh. And I may say, hey, take my name off the lease, or I can't do it. No, I don't live life like that. Because I don't live life to the point where I don't want to be in life. When you live life like, what if I fail? You're not living. You're basically dead. You know? So my question is to you, how many people are going through this similar situation, this same and similar situation? How many people get so far to something and say, but what if I fail? And then they go back and with their tails tucked in between their legs and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. That's too scary. I don't want to have those thoughts again. Let me go back to my job way of thinking and just do what the boss tells me to do. And because, you know, he's fulfilling his dream. So let me just fulfill that. That's not life. So if you have those thoughts, guys, I'm telling you right now, push the gas and move through it. Keep going. And then when you look back, get to that feeling where you're like, that was nothing. You know? I'm not a big fan of flying. But I'm about to fly to China. I'm about to fly to Nepal. But then you ask yourself, but what if the plane goes down? Or what if this, whatever? I can't live life like that. I got to move. I got to go. Opportunity's there. So I got to go get it and bring it back. Point blank. So my question is to you, what are you going to do to get past that statement? Talk about it. If you have that statement, if you notice that you've been in that situation before, let's hear it. Let's air it out. Put those thoughts down on the forum. Because maybe by putting those thoughts out, maybe you may find out what is stopping you from taking it to the next level. So until next time, guys, signing off.